On a chilly evening in downtown Chicago, the streets buzzed with honking cars, flashing billboards, and people rushing home after work. Among the chaos, a woman in her mid-40s, impeccably dressed in a tailored coat and carrying a designer purse, paused in front of a shivering homeless woman sitting on the corner without hesitation. She bent down, slipped a folded $100 bill into the woman's cup, and walked away. She didn't say a word, didn't ask for thanks, just kept moving forward, her heels clicking against the concrete like a quiet drumbeat. But fate had other plans. Out of nowhere, two scruffy men, both in their late 20s, sprang from the shadows. One yanked her purse, and the other shoved her lightly before they bolted down the street. Their laughter echoed as they ducked into a side alley, panting and eager to see what they had scored. Inside the purse, they found not just one but two cell phones, several credit cards, and, shockingly, thick bundles of cash. The younger thief whistled. "Jackpot, bro. This is at least 10 grand. The other thief, a wiry man with tired eyes, frowned. "Yeah, but what's a lady doing carrying this much around?" Before they could process it, the sound of heels returned. The lady was walking calmly toward them, her face serene, almost detached. The thieves braced themselves, expecting her to scream for help or demand her belongings. Instead, she shocked them. "Oh, you took my purse? Here, take more." She removed a sparkling Rolex from her wrist, unclasped a gold necklace, and held them out with trembling fingers. "These are worth even more. Go ahead. Take them too." The two men exchanged confused looks. "Lady, are you sick in the head or something?" the younger one muttered. She simply turned, adjusted her coat, and kept walking down the street as if nothing had happened. The thieves followed. They weren't sure why. Maybe it was the bizarre interaction. Maybe it was because, despite being robbers, they felt a strange pull toward her. Something was off, and they couldn't just leave. Moments later, it happened. The woman stepped off the curb, lost in her own thoughts, just as a truck barreled down the street at breakneck speed. "Hey!" one of the thieves shouted, instinct taking over. He lunged forward, yanking her back to safety. The truck roared past, missing her by inches. She looked at him, her eyes cold, distant, almost angry. "Why did you save me?" she snapped. "Please don't do that again." The thieves froze. "What kind of person says that?" the younger thief asked, stunned. "Do you want to die or something?" the other pressed. The woman didn't answer. She just looked past them, like they weren't even there. Finally, the wiry thief said, "All right. If you really don't care about living, then before you check out, at least take us to your house. We know you've got more money hidden away." To their surprise, she nodded. "Fine. Come with me." Her apartment was nothing like they expected. It was spacious, luxurious, and filled with everything money could buy. Polished furniture, paintings on the walls, and jewelry boxes stacked neatly on the dresser. She went straight to a safe, unlocked it, and pulled out more cash, more gold, more cards. "Take it all," she said flatly. "I don't need any of it." But the thieves just stood there. For the first time in their lives, they were being offered everything they'd ever dreamed of, without lifting a finger. Yet instead of joy, a strange heaviness filled the room. "Why?" the wiry one asked quietly. "Why are you giving it all away?" Her mask cracked. Her shoulders shook as years of silence broke into sobs. "My husband died years ago," she whispered. "And my two kids, they abandoned me. It's been 7 years. No calls. No visits. Nothing. I'm invisible to the world. No one cares if I live or die. The nights are the worst. So quiet, so empty. What am I even living for?" The thieves, hardened by years on the streets, found themselves silent. For once, they weren't the broken ones in the room. The wiry thief knelt beside her, his voice softer than he'd ever used in his life. "Ma'am, it really hurts, I know. But life is still a gift. Some people are out there begging God for just one more day. Good times, bad times, they come and go. But you can't throw it away just because the pain feels permanent." The younger thief added, almost shyly, "We don't have much. Hell, we've been stealing just to eat. But if you want, we can be your family. You don't have to be alone anymore." Her sobs slowed. She looked at the two men, dirty, ragged, thieves by every definition of the word, and for the first time in years, she saw something human staring back at her. Tears blurred her vision as she reached out, pulling both of them into a trembling embrace. For a moment, the room was silent. No wealth, no jewelry, no cash. Just three broken souls finding comfort in each other. And in that small Chicago apartment, something changed. She found a reason to keep breathing. Comment, yes, if you believe life is always worth living, even when it hurts.